As another year of international action begins, the sport continues to evolve and assess its laws.
It's a 4-year process. It revolves around the World Cup, and in the lead up to the World Cup, all the unions are asked for any suggestions they have of what the law changes might be to improve the game. The most important thing is player welfare, taking consideration, and then how we're going to improve the game, how we're going to make it better, more attractive, easier to play, easier to understand. So all these suggestions come in before the World Cup, we talk about it, then after the World Cup we get sifted out, and then they'll go to trial. In the past they've gone to either Stellenbosch University or Cambridge University, where they've trialled them in closed doors. This time we've opened it up to any competition in the world that wants to trial them, so we get better feedback. There's a whole host of different countries, which is great because we'll get different feedback from different people, and it covers all levels of the game. So you've got to remember, these law changes aren't just for the games that you watch on television, for the internationals or professional. This filters all the way down to the club rugby, to mini rugby as well. So it's important that all these considerations are taken into account as well, because you've got to remember that on a Saturday morning when the kids are playing, on Sunday morning, they're going to play on the same laws. So how will it affect them? Not just how is it going to affect the big boys.
And here's the pick of the laws being trialled.
All kicks would be 2 points and tries would be 6 points. It was trialled actually in the NRC in Australia. There was initially a spike when it was first trialled because people gave away a penalty rather than give it a try. But the referees are told to be very, very strong on giving yellow cards. So to begin with, there wasn't an increase in number of tries because people were killed in the game, but there was an increase in the number of yellow cards. But then once the players and the competitions got used to it, said, hey, there's no point, let's play a bit more rugby.
From a coaching perspective, that's great. We don't have any issues with that. From a playing perspective, that's the type of rugby most rugby players, no matter where you come from, what country, whether you're New Zealand, Australia or Georgia, doesn't matter, that's the type of style of rugby that most people like to play. And then coincidentally, it's the type of rugby most fans want to watch. There's also the fact that a penalty try is a straight 8 points. Instead of taking the conversion in front of the post, a penalty try is 8 points regardless. So there's no conversion to be taken. It should save you at least a minute in a game that there's many tries. And also, a penalty try should be 8 points because that team have infringed and deliberately stopped somebody scoring a try, so it should be 8 points. We've spent a long time discussing them all because it's a vital attacking tool to most teams, but there's plenty of ways to work around how you get round doing it legally or not, or otherwise. And at the moment, a lot of players will get into a maul who have the ball, will slide to the back. Well, that's actually illegal. So what we've said is actually, if we do it by the letter of the law, the ball has to be passed back. So a player will not be able to slide back through it if he's not bound, because if he's not bound, then he's touching players, he's offside, so he's illegal.
I think that will stop a lot of movement of obstruction. So you have an opportunity to challenge for the ball when this is happening. And I think that'll be a good law.
If the attacking team knock the ball on, it goes in a dead ball area, the defending team touch it down, they then get a 5-metre scrum. Now, if you're a team that likes to run the ball and have a small pack, there is no advantage from the opposition making a mistake. So they're going to be given the option of having a 5-metre dropout. So instead of 22-metre dropout, they actually get a dropout from the 5-metre line. They have the option of doing that, and then they could kick it as far out in the pitch as long as it's not too windy. It's probably one of the more radical ones, so it'll be quite, I'm very interested to see how that trial goes.